Oh, yes. And then came a Monday unlike any other. The Avengers! What up? And welcome to your week. To the stream. To the nerd-venging. And you know what? You know what today? You know what today is? You know what today? You know what's happening today? Do you know what's going down? Do you know? Do you know about it? Something that I'm looking forward to more than almost anything else in the world? Now I just realized that it's Martin Luther King Day and I'm going to feel fucking terrible and awful for doing this, and I'm a big douchebag, but here we go. Here it is. Now, I mean, I feel pretty awkward and pretty terrible, but I was thinking of Babu Frick. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I was thinking of Babu Frick, okay? I'm sorry. Look, I'm a degenerate, okay? I run channels called Den of Nerds for a living. So there you go. Is it really Martin Luther King Day, or are you guys like trolling me right now? Is it really? I gotta look this up. I don't even believe you guys. Like I said, happy Dr. King Day. Happy MLK Day to all of you. Incredible American. And we probably should have led with that. So, there you go. My bad. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this week. This is going to be a pretty cool, pretty nerdy week. There are crazy rumors out there about one Tom Holland Spider-Man. And so that's what I want to do for a lot of today's stream. I want to break that down, but there's other stuff going on as well. I was just talking about the Babu Frick thing. So here's the deal. I've got good news and I've got bad news. I've got good news, but I also have bad news. So tonight, of course, there's said to be a new trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3. And I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be cool. Hopefully. I hope it's not just a repeat of things that we've seen before. And I hope they drop some like really spectacular stuff, because it would be great to have a ton of hype going into that. Even in the next couple of weeks. I feel like the hype on Mando 3 is being eclipsed by the Ahsoka hype, which is cool. But of course, Mando 3 comes out next. It's their big hit show. So hopefully they really bring it with tonight's trailer. Here's the bad news, though. There will not be a nerd theory tonight. And the big reason is Theory wants to do a big breakdown. So it's, look, I know some of you guys are probably disappointed, but honestly, it makes complete and total sense from his perspective. And you know what? I think I'll probably watch the trailer and just do a breakdown myself. Maybe release a breakdown tomorrow. We can, of course, go over the trailer tomorrow in our stream at 11, because we'll be reacting to videos anyway, so we might as well react to that trailer, and hopefully it's dope as hell. So we have that to look forward to. Also, heavily rumored, guys, that we're going to finally get the James Gunn DCU announcement. The first steps of his new DCU are supposed to be announced this week, unless he hears me saying this and debunks it on Twitter in the next 5 minutes. I believe that we will see a James Gunn announcement for the DCU and some of the first projects this week, which is going to be pretty hyped. In fact, that's kind of where I want to start with, actually. This is where I want to start with. I gave some predictions a couple of weeks back on what I thought James Gunn would do for his announcement, okay? And I kind of want to be reminded of my predictions. Maybe some of you guys have really, really good memories on that kind of stuff, and I don't. So I want to go through what I remember, and you guys help me out here. I think the first prediction that I gave was that it was going to be very vague. This is true. I said I believe it's going to be super vague. He's not even going to say for sure whether it's a total reboot or a partial reboot. And to just kind of clarify that, I think he's going to just use a lot of language about the DCU and just keep it super vague. And that's it. I don't think he's going to clear that up. Correct? I believe that was the first prediction that I had. You guys help me out here. The next prediction that I had, I think, was that he will announce that the Superman movie, his new Superman movie, is going into production by the end of this year. He hopes to start rolling cameras by the end of this year. I also think he's going to announce himself as the writer and the director of the next Superman movie, which, to be honest with you, that is a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it pays off for him. I believe that was my second prediction. The third prediction is that I think he's going to announce that there's a Lantern project, or that the Lanterns are going to be very important in what he's doing with the DCU. I believe that was the third one. Yes? Some of you guys probably remember, man. I literally just, I think I remember. I'll go back and try to look at the video, but I believe these were the predictions that I had, because I just want to be clear on what my predictions were so that we can see if it actually is announced later in the week, like how good did I do, how bad did I do for the predictions. Okay? And then the last one was that he will announce a new Justice League movie set probably 3 years out. That is my fourth and final prediction, because the contract is for 4 years, and even though they have this 8 to 10 year plan, I think they need to have some serious oomph, and I think they need to build towards something in order for this to all work. So yeah, I think you're going to get a new Justice League, probably technically 4 years out from where we're at right now, but like 3 years from when you get the first Superman movie, you know, that kind of idea. So those are kind of my four predictions. So I'll just go over them again. Number one, he's going to be vague about the reboot, total reboot, full reboot. Going to keep it super vague on that. Number two, he's going to be announcing that he will be the writer director of the new Superman movie, and that they will roll cameras by the end of 2023. They are streamlining the shit out of that. Number three, that they will do Lanterns, and that Lanterns are going to be a big part of the DCU under James Gunn. And number four, that they will do a Justice League movie. I would say, let's just say within 4 years. Let's call it within 4 years. And that they're going to announce it and sort of put a North Star up there for fans to get excited about. So we shall see. We'll wait and see. We'll see how the announcement is. What is the format of the announcement, right? Like, is it going to be a video where like James Gunn comes out and attempts to do his like DC fandom? Is he literally just going to tweet it? Because, you know, he loves to sort of control the narrative and put it out himself. I hope it's not just a tweet thread. You know what I mean? Like, I hope there's some level of production, logos, something like that would be very, very cool. Because, you know, despite everything, I do really want the DCU to be cool, and I'm hoping that James Gunn can actually deliver. So those are my predictions, man. Should be a video? Yeah, we'll do a video about it after he... Oh, you mean it should be a video that he does. Yeah, I agree. We'll see. The word is that he pitched a bunch of stuff to executives last week, and that they're ready to go, and they're planning on announcing it this week, which is pretty cool. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about before we get into the Spider-Man of it all, I want to talk about the Mando 3 trailer, and I want to get your guys' opinion. What do you predict to see in this Mandalorian trailer? Because essentially, I think the main question is, are we going to get like Star Wars trailers, to be honest with you guys, have never really like gone for hype, other than a lot of the trailers for The Last Jedi leading very late into the production, the schedule for that. And give me 1 second here, guys, because the freaking, I don't know if you can hear them, but the freaking pups are going crazy outside. I have to let them back in. So yeah, things are a little funky today, but I'll be right back. Now, while we're on the topic of funky stuff, and before we get into the Mando stuff, I actually did forget to do a couple of show notes things. Later this week, I wanted to do a Diamond Lounge stream on Friday, but I actually have some family coming into town. I actually have family coming into town today and then this weekend as well. So I won't be able to do that this week. We'll push that to next week. And then if you're a Nerdvenger member, please come by Wednesday at 11 a.m. because we need to talk about watch parties and try to figure all that stuff out still, because I'm still not 100% satisfied with our plans and our strategies with that. So come on by for that. All right, let's talk Mando. I don't know whether or not the Mandalorian 3 trailer will actually be really freaking crazy, hyped up, show us a bunch of new fun stuff, or if it will just be sort of reworking of all the stuff that we've gotten before. Now, again, like Star Wars, they don't usually like go for hype or like, you know, exciting people or teasing very big ideas out in their trailers. So I'm kind of leaning towards the trailer being a little bit underwhelming, but I think that's partially because the last trailer was really freaking cool, but I think they made a pretty bad mistake where they released it just to the people at Celebration, and then like it leaked and everybody saw it leaked, and then they released it officially like months and months later, and even though that trailer was really cool, it didn't have the same punch or the same oomph that it could have had if it would have just been released at the same time and not leaked out and everybody saw it already with like shitty quality, right? So I don't know, man. On the one hand, I think it could be really dope. Like, we haven't seen Moff Gideon, right? In any of the trailers thus far. If we have, he's just been a prisoner, and there are big rumors that like he's gonna get out, get new armor, etc., etc. So I mean, they could give us a couple of teases, a couple of money shots, and get people really, really excited, or they could just do kind of a regular run-of-the-mill trailer. So let's go to the polls, actually, because I'm really curious as to what you guys think. Do you think the Mando 3 trailer tonight will be mind-blowing? That's what I want to know. Do you think it'll be mind-blowing? Or do you think it'll be like, kind of like, oh, okay, cool. Mando 3's coming. Oh, okay, sweet. All right, chill. Oh, sweet. Oh, cool, bro. Mando 3. I remember Mando 3 because this one's been off air for 2 years. 2+ years, actually. No, just right above mid, some people are saying. Don't think about it too much. Bo-Katan taking over? She might be taking over. She might be taking over. You know, I wish I had some more over-unders. I could try to do some over-unders on the fly for what we think we'll see in the trailer. Ben Affleck Batman sucks? What the hell? What a totally random and L take. Not hyped at all? Oh, man. All right, how about this? How about this, guys? Put into the chat, out of 10, where is your hype level for The Mandalorian Season 3? Where is your hype level? Yeah, over Unker, exactly. Beta Fett! Yeah, the brown eye of Mandalore? Oh, God. Okay, so there's some hype still. Hey, guys, go slower. Jeez. 4? Oh, it's Trev. Never mind. You know. All right, 6 is a lot of... Yeah, it's kind of lower for some folks, huh? My girl heard you like Reeves the Batman. True? Hell nah, fam. Hell nah. All right. That's a lot of good scores, though. I think a lot of people are still really, really excited about Mandalorian. Read faster, my guy? Dude, I'm trying. I'm trying here. I will say that my trust in Star Wars has been shaken. I think that's fair. Over Unker, Cara Dune dies while patrolling her town. Yo, what if the opening scene of Mandalorian Season 3 is actually Cara Dune and it's still Gina because they have like some old footage of her and they have her like flying and then she gets blasted out of the sky and then the flute comes in. I mean, wouldn't that be fucking nuts, dude? Like, how many people would riot in the streets? Because, like, the Cara Dune stuff is so interesting because it's so polarizing, right? And I think before that whole situation, even people that didn't necessarily like her politics would have said she's an awesome character and super sweet or whatever. But it's gotten to the point where some people would actually probably cheer for that shit, huh? Da-na-na, da-na, da-na-na-na. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they handle that, huh? Okay, so look at this. This is kind of interesting. 60% of folks don't expect the trailer tonight to be mind-blowing. I gotta be honest with you, I don't either. I don't really either. I think that from Lucasfilm's perspective, they need to get the normies to, like, you know, remember about Mando and to be excited about Mando and all that. So I think that they're just going to put it out there in a really big prime spotlight, and it'll be cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it'll still be fun. And I expect it to be like a functionally good trailer, but I just don't know. Like, I don't know what kind of hype that they could put in it. Now, I'd love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong about that and for them to go ham with it. But, yeah, I guess we'll just see, man. As far as predictions for it, I expect to see, you know, this beautiful baby, Babu. Hey, this is Babu Frick. Yeah, Babu Frick. And that's pretty much all I need to see. As long as they just, you know, they put Babu on the screen, I'm going to get excited. I'm going to get hyped up. Maybe we see some Gideon stuff, right? Maybe we see some crazy teases with that. I would love to see more stuff with, like, Grogu and Din. But, I don't know, man. I kind of think they're just going to play up Bo versus Mando. You know? I think they're just going to play up Bo versus Mando, and they're going to really make it seem like Bo could actually take over. And to be honest with you, I low-key think she could. I low-key think she could. Let me go to the polls on this one, too, because I want to know what you guys think about this shit. Will you be mad if Bo becomes the ruler of Mandalore? What do you think? Are you going to be mad? Because here's the thing that's really weird, right? Like, I just don't understand the rationale. Like, I have a little bit of time. My faith in the Filoni verse has definitely been shaken. And I used to think, like, oh, shit, like, these guys have it figured out. This is the next big thing. This is incredible what they're doing, etc., etc. But, like, really and truly, the decision to take Grogu away and then bring him back in a different show, and now he's just back with them. I don't know. It just feels so weird. And if they're gonna, like, put Bo as the leader, like, what is Mando's part in all of this? Because, like, it feels to me that the arc that Mando's on is something like this reluctant hero arc, right? Which I think would be amazing. And, like, you know, him becoming a leader and coming into his own as, like, actually leading the Mandalorians, I think would be incredible. And it's a cool story, like, Grogu's there and it's, like, involved, right? But if their plan is to make Bo the ruler of Mandalore, like, what the hell's Din gonna do? Is Din just, like, a side character now in the war to liberate Mandalore? What are the Mandalorians gonna do? And then it's like, if they take... Because at first I was like, well, they could just literally send Mando off. And he could be this awesome character that just kind of goes and does his own thing. We don't know how that works. Where is he at? What's he doing? Because Grogu's really the star. But then it would feel so ridiculous if Grogu chooses Mando over training you as a Jedi, and then we take Mando off the table? Like, that shit would be whack, bro. So, I don't know. I'm kind of confused about it. And the other thing that I'm interested in is there a connection between Gideon and Thrawn? Right? Because I think that's almost essential for this whole thing to work. Like, if Moff Gideon is just literally some Moff type dude, and he has zero connection to Thrawn, Like, I don't know. I'm way more interested in Thrawn than I am Gideon, bro. Like, way more interested in Thrawn than Gideon. If Gideon actually becomes more interesting if he is somehow a subordinate or he works for Thrawn. You know? So, have I heard any leaks for Mando 3? Yeah, there's leaks out there. There's a leak out there that really makes me think that Bo will be the ruler of Mandalore. You know? That's one of them. There's like little Iron Man Grogu. He's going to be in an IG thing, doing a freaking Iron Man thing. Seems weird. You know, Mythosaur armor, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's some leaks out there. We'll just have to wait and see, man. And then, of course, there's the sequel trilogy tie-ins. You know, the idea of the Red Praetorian Guards, possibly even connections to Snoke being explored in The Mandalorian Season 3. So I guess we'll just wait and see, man. I'm not... if I'm being honest with you, I think right now I'd have to say my hype for The Mandalorian Season 3 is at like a 7 to 8. But if I know me, and I do... when it gets a little bit closer, I'm going to not be able to stop myself from becoming a child again and shooting that shit up to a 10. You know, I'm going to be up to a 10 again. I'm going to be so excited for Mando when it comes out. And I was even thinking about this, man. Like, and we'll talk more about this on Wednesday, right? But I was like, yo, am I really going to not stay up till 3 to watch the first episode back of The Mandalorian? And I know we've been talking about like pushing the watch parties back to like 6 or whatever. And I'm not against that, and we'll think about it. But it's like I'm gonna be too excited. I'm gonna be too hyped up. Like, how am I not gonna stay up and watch that shit? So we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. But I think it's inevitable that at least for the opening, I will be up at 3 and we will watch that and we'll do a watch party together. Like, I just don't know. Like, unless the trailer's booty cheeks and it's like, it starts to look like droll, you know what I mean? But, okay. Anyway. Let's talk some Spider-Man. And apparently the rumor is, guys, we could get an official announcement about Tom Holland back as Spider-Man any fucking day now. Any day now. Let me get this pulled up so that you guys can see it here. Oh, actually, before I pull it up, I want to show you guys, too, because I like to brag about the cool stuff that I find. Check this out. Yeah, that's right. Spider-Man! Marvel legend, Spider-Man. And that shit's hard to find. This one's hard to find. You're not going to find it. You won't find it. You want to find it, but you won't. There it is. Spider-Man. Yeah. Okay, let's get into this. Let's check it out. Let's check it out and speculate together here, okay? Because we actually have already been talking about Spider-Man 4 and Tom Holland and all that stuff for a decent little bit of time here. But it seems as though it's all going to be coming to a head. So check this out. This is a rumor. Spider-Man 4 will reportedly begin filming at the end of 2023 with a budget of $200 million. Okay? Now, this seems par for the course. Seems to be on track with what they would do. And I do think that Spider-Man 4 getting that kind of a budget absolutely makes sense. Now, this, though... This is kind of interesting, okay? And according to Tom Smith, who, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even really know, but I know that the moderation team over at Marvel Studios Spoilers vets this stuff pretty well for when it gets posted up there. But Tom Smith says, as we've discovered, Marvel is doing some internal reevaluation and slowing things down a bit, which is something we've been talking about here on the channel for a long time. I'm thrilled with this fact. I think that it's important that they focus on quality over quantity. And so I'm excited that they're slowing things down. I think it's going to end up being really good. But even though at one point Sony would have preferred a summer 2024 date, don't be shocked if it's held till winter 2024 / spring summer of 2025. Now, This is where things get kind of interesting, because when we talked about Alex Perez's scoop, this was, man, I want to say 3 or 4 months ago. And he literally dropped, and it was kind of wild because we were all like, yo, I don't know about that. He said that they want Spider-Man 4 to drop July 2024. Okay. Now, it kind of seems like what Tom's saying here is like, oh, yeah, at one time, that was absolutely what it was. That's what Sony wants to do. And to be honest with you, that's what Sony still wants to do. But because Marvel is reevaluating things and slowing things down, they are going to delay it to either winter 2024 or spring or summer of 2025. Now, here's something that's interesting. If Spider-Man is delayed till winter 2024, it will go up against Avatar 3. And I just want you guys, let's go to the polls on this. Do you think Spider-Man should... Do you think Spider-Man 4 should go head to head with Avatar 3? I'm pretty curious as to what you guys think about this. Avatar snooze, says Jedi Mike. Jedi Mike, you're telling me you like Andor, but you think Avatar is a snooze fest? Oh, man. Oh, man. Does a bear shit in the woods? I don't know. Trinity? Heck yes, bro. Ain't no way people, even normies, gonna pick Avatar over Spider-Man. I know, right? This is so interesting to me. I feel like a couple of weeks ago, we all would have said, fuck it, Spider-Man, do it. Who cares? Who cares? But now we're like looking at Avatar and we're like, dude, this movie just keeps going. Cracked 2 billion, I believe, right? Some people are even saying it could crock the top 5 of all time. Yo, if that shit gets into the top 5 of all time, that's pretty wild, bro. I know, right? It's like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, Avatar. Like, even I was like a little underwhelmed with the second one. I was like, oh, it's cool, but like, whatever. But like, people love that shit. Like, you can't deny it. Like, Avatar still has a pretty strong base. And I actually think that the third movie could open even stronger than the second one. It could outperform it. Like, real talk. I think it could. Because, you know, this one was sort of like, okay, Avatar's back. And, you know, it obviously didn't... It had a very good opening, but it's not as though the movie dominated and then, you know, just... It took a very strange trajectory path where it just kind of came in hot and stayed hot, and it even increased its numbers a couple of weeks ago, which is crazy. Like, not even a drop-off. It actually increased its numbers. I think this was the week after the big storms when everybody was like, you know, couldn't go out or whatever. But, yeah, now that Avatar is sort of back in the public psyche, and obviously many, many people are seeing it, and it'll feel so much more fresh. I think the next one could really, really pop. And especially because it's supposed to be like Fire Tribe. And in my opinion, one of the reasons I actually like didn't like Avatar 2 as much is because it felt like they were holding off all the really dope shit for the third one. Like, there's a lot of cool concepts and like ideas that are introduced. And then the Avatar 2 movie is just kind of small. It's just about those characters, and it ends up in a little village with some whalers. And that's like the end of it. So, you know, I want like bigger scale battles and all kinds of crazy shit, and I think that's what you'll get in the third. So I say all that to say, like, I don't think Spider-Man should go head to head with Avatar. I don't think they should. I think they should delay that, and they should wait on it. Now, another reason that you could see this being delayed, and this is sort of the Marvel, I guess, problem, if you want to say it. It's part of the problem here. because things are so interconnected, and hopefully they're going to be more interconnected moving forward, when you delay one thing, you have to delay a lot of other things. And we've heard, and one of the pre-established rumors is that Daredevil, that Charlie Cox Daredevil and the Daredevil Born Again series is going to lead right into Spider-Man 4. And with a show like Echo being delayed and some of these other shows being delayed, it's also possible that you're going to delay Daredevil Born Again. Daredevil Born Again is 18 episodes. So unless they double up some of the episodes, and even if they doubled up every single one of them, that's still 9 weeks, right? So that is a long show. And if they're going to shoot it in a way that, like, you need to finish that show before you go see Spider-Man 4, which I think is the plan, you're gonna be waiting, dude. You're gonna be waiting. So I think this is partially what's going on with, like, the delays and things of that nature. The good news is, though, that a lot of people are saying that you will likely get an announcement, an official announcement about this relatively soon, which is pretty cool. So I'm about that for sure. And I guess we'll just kind of wait and see when the announcement comes out and what they'll actually do with it. I will say, too, before we get into this next thing I want to talk about, it seems as though the plan for Spider-Man 4 is to keep him much more street level and grounded. So as opposed to, like, cosmic, as opposed to, like, multiversal stuff, you're going to really get a lot of the rogues gallery filled out. And the rumor is that Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, is going to run for mayor. And he's going to become the mayor of New York City. And this is going to be a thread that likely goes from the Echo show into Daredevil Born Again into Spider-Man 4. And so what I think is you're going to get Vincent D'Onofrio Kingpin as essentially the main villain of this film. But you're going to have, like, superheroes outlawed, potentially, right? And then you'll have Daredevil, and you'll have Spider-Man, and potentially other street-level characters that will be working to sort of thwart the plans of Kingpin, which I think is kind of cool. One of the things I was wondering from your guys' perspectives would be, what villains do you want to see pop up in Spider-Man 4? Because if that's the way they go with it, and they're going to be doing, like, a lot of the street level things, and Kingpin's not going to be fighting Spider-Man. I mean, he might eventually at one point in the movie, but Kingpin's not going to be fighting Spider-Man. That's not what it is, especially if he's mayor, right? So if he's the mayor and there are these other villains coming in, like, who do you want to see? So people are saying Scorpion. Dude, Scorpion would be cool. Ooh, Tombstone would be cool. I think Scooby, dude, I like Hobgoblin, and I think Hobgoblin could be really fun. Hobgoblin could be really fun. Spot would be awesome, but they're playing up Spot quite a bit in the Across the Spider-Verse thing. Like, Spot is apparently blending into the multiverse, and that's what's going on with Spot in Across the Spider-Verse and all that. So, I don't know if they'll do that. Morbius? No, thank you. Black Cat? Ooh, dude. Speaking of Black Cat, because obviously, like, Michelle, she's gone. You know, she doesn't remember him. She's going to be MIT doing her thing. Let me ask you guys a question, too. A side note. ADD side note here. Do you want Michelle and Peter to get back together? Do you want Michelle and Peter to get back together? Because I kind of don't, bro. Because I kind of do not. Yeah. Yeah. Go Gwen or Felicia. Yeah, 100%. I think, like, maybe eventually you go back. But no. Like, let that pain and let that decision sink and weigh on Peter. You know what I mean? And I think one of the most interesting ways that they could go next would be Black Cat, because it's really more of a romance for Spider-Man than it is Peter Parker. You know what I mean? And that whole relationship of, like, But you see the problem, right, is that apparently Sony wants to do that. They got to figure this shit out with Sony, man. They really do, because I don't want to see Black Cat Silver Sable done Morbius style. Like, I'm not feeling that. Like, I like Felicia, and her arc with Peter in the 90s animated show was brilliant, dude. So, Moreland would be cool, but, like, Moreland's not a street-level villain. You know what I mean? So, I don't know about that. You know who I want is Bullseye. Because Bullseye is really a Daredevil villain, but, like, Bullseye... and I would really like to see some villains teaming up, dude. And I'm not saying like you've got to go full on Sinister Six, because you don't even have access to a lot of those characters, and Sony's probably going to be big buttholes. But what you could do is take some characters that Sony has no right to claim. Like, I'm pretty sure Bullseye, I'm not 100% on this, but I'm pretty sure Bullseye is considered a Daredevil villain. Therefore, Marvel has full license. So if they did Bullseye, that could be really fun. You know? Chameleon's cool. Like, Chameleon's really fun, but apparently Chameleon's going to be a part of the PETA protecting Kraven, the animal rights activist movie. You know, because Chameleon is Kraven's brother. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they're bros. Like, literally brothers. Hydro Man could be interesting. Shocker done right. Shocker done right could be really interesting, yeah. Venom? Yeah, unfortunately, no. That's not going to happen. Wasn't Kimmel supposed to be in a movie? Yeah, I remember that rumor from way back in the day. I don't know if that was just a troll or what. Yeah. So there's plenty of awesome villains that they could bring in. And, yeah, we'll just see. We'll see how it goes. Who do I want to see? I mean, you know who I want to see? Here's what I want. I want this big, crazy movie with all these different villains. And I think, like, maybe Bullseye, maybe Hobgoblin, maybe, like, Hammerhead. Those could be really, really fun. But what I really want is the Jackal. What I really want is the Jackal. And then I want, at the end of Spider-Man 4, Ben Reilly shows up. That's what I want. And then Peter's like goes through this whole thing where he might not even be the actual Peter. Like, yeah, dude. That would be pretty hype. Where, like, Ben Reilly shows up and essentially is like, the only thing about this is that you're a clone. I'm the real Peter. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'd be really, really fun. Clone conspiracy. Yeah. And then, of course, Kane, baby. Get Kane in there. It does kind of remind of an old Ditka Bear shirt. It does kind of remind me of that, huh? Yeah. Yeah, or Palpatine. You know, Palpatine could pop up and be Spider-Man's villain. And I'd be like, you're like that old guy from the old movie Star Wars that I like. And then Palpatine blasts him, zaps him or some shit. It'd be kind of fun. Okay, I want to watch this video with y'all. This is from Spider-Man India. Spider-Man India. Marvel India. Sorry. It's only 45 seconds. I was hoping it'd be a little longer, to be honest with you. All right, where's this? Let's shrink this down so you guys can see it.
I'm Miss Minutes, and it's my job to catch you up, so let's not waste another minute. Settle in, sharpen your pencils, and check this out.
Yeah, lightning. What the Such a weird shot to zoom on like that. Phase 4 broadcast terminated. Phase 5 transmission incoming. Yeah. That looks kind of fun, man. So I have a video coming out later today, actually, about how I think that Quantumania is make or break for Marvel Studios. And I think there's actually a lot on the line in this film. And they have a lot of different things that they have to accomplish. But I think the overall vibe and the feeling that a lot of us have is like Phase 4 and on all these different problems, issues. And we really want to kind of put that behind us and look forward to Phase 5 doing all the Marvel things better, maybe slowing down a little bit, focusing on quality a little bit more, and giving us back the feelings that we used to have in the Infinity Saga. And I think that's really important, and I think it's going to happen. And as we were just talking about with the Spider-Man 4 deals, like, they are reevaluating, and they are slowing down, and they are focusing on quality. The only question is, a movie like Quantumania, it was produced over the course of like the last couple of years. So is it still going to have some of that Phase 4, I guess, stink is the sort of best way to explain it. And I hope not. I hope they've tweaked it up, and I hope that it's a really impactful, important movie that makes us feel like, let's go, Marvel's back, that kind of stuff. So look forward to that video later today. Now let's get into the Q's and the A's, man. We'll talk about all the things you guys want to talk about. We'll go over the super chats, member chats. We'll hang in the chat for a little bit, and then we'll call it a day. Yeah. Okay, Bubba Ebb, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. And Bubba says, it's my birthday, Josh. I hope you have a great day. Can't wait to see you later tonight with Theory. Well, happy birthday to you, Bubba. So let's get some happy birthday wishes, celebrations, hearts, and all that sort of stuff in the chat for Bubba. But unfortunately, Bubba, my friend, I will not be on Nerd Theory tonight. There will be no Nerd Theory tonight. Because of the trailer. And Theory needs to just full on get on that and do an incredible breakdown. And I understand. I'll probably be painting Warhammer miniatures until the trailer comes out. No, I know. Okay, let it out of your system. I get it. We demand more. No, I understand. And I'll do a video breakdown myself, and then we'll also talk about it tomorrow morning. No. Honestly, it absolutely makes sense from his perspective. You gotta understand the game. You gotta understand the game a little bit. Frex, welcome back to the Nerd Vengers. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, Frex, man. I've been getting some really nice Commander wins lately, dude. Woo. And I just got a pack of Dominaria Remastered, and I got three different one-drop tutors. Woo! I'm excited. Got some fire. Gabriel Field says, I want to be the first to predict that Ned Leeds will be in Strange Academy using his knowledge of tech and inherent magical abilities. That would be kind of cool. Man. I like Ned. I like the actor, so why not, dude? Why not? Throw him in there, give him some magical abilities. Do you think he's going to end up being Hobgoblin or something? But I don't think the Hobgoblin uses magic. That's the only thing. That would be a little bit weird. Kind of be like an OP Hobgoblin, to be honest with you. Johnny Mac says, out of all the Disney or Marvel Disney Plus shows this year, which are you most excited for? Probably Secret Invasion. It used to be Loki Season 2, man. It used to be Loki Season 2, but some of the things I've heard about Loki Season 2 have me a little bit worried. Now, I also think, I sort of have a theory that the way that Loki season 2 could end could be incredible and actually set Loki up to like kind of come back in Secret Wars and save the day to some degree, which would be really, really cool. But yeah, I'd probably say Secret Invasion, man. Caleb says, just give us an Ahsoka tease in Mando season 3. What do you mean by that? Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, how can they do that? Like, I don't know how they could do that because they've already like teased it in season 2. Like, how's that gonna work? I mean, I guess she just shows up to Luke's academy thing, but like, what is she just gonna be like showing up all the time to all these different places, and then all of a sudden she's... Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Red says the $10 holla, very generous. Says, I can't wait for Spider-Man 4 more street level stories in the MCU. Please. I really want Peter and Kate Bishop to team up and work together sometime in the future. Also with the Defenders. Yeah, it's funny because, like, look, man, Spider-Man is like the coolest, you know, arguably one of the coolest, if not the coolest Marvel hero. I think he's, like, everybody wants Spider-Man. Like, do you remember back in the day when the homie that was the lead writer for all intents and purposes, the showrunner of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think it was Malcolm Spellman, I believe is his name. He even wanted Spider-Man in that show, dude. And even Mackie has been talking about one, because Mackie and Tom Holland have a really funny rapport. If you've ever seen them do interviews and stuff together, they're very funny together. But yeah, he would love to have Spider-Man. Anybody would want Spider-Man in their movie. And for me as a fan, I'm like, bro, like, they need Spider-Man for those Avengers movies. I would love to see Spider-Man in Captain America New World Order. Like, I would like to see him be involved in a lot of different teams. Him and Kate Bishop would be great. I think they could really work well together. It'd be very funny. They're both really good actors, so hell yeah, man. And then you followed up and said, I think they need to put Spidey and Kate Bishop on the Defenders, let Matt Murdock be Peter's mentor, like they should have done, and let Jessica Jones be Kate's mentor, like the comics. Yeah, it will be really interesting to see the dynamic between Charlie Cox, Daredevil, and Tom Holland Spider-Man. Because they've already met, but now he's not going to know who Peter Parker is. But also Daredevil has like such keen senses that he'd probably be able to pick up on who he is immediately if he did run into him as Peter, right? So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how that will actually all go down and play out. I'm excited. Mandalore says Venom vs. Spider-Man proper this time. I mean, that would be sick, dude, but that just seems so unlikely because Sony is holding on to that Venom thing, man. And it's potential that, like, there's potential that maybe Tom Hardy Venom is just brought into the MCU after Secret Wars. Like, that's something that Paul from Heavy Spoilers has been talking about. I think that would be cool. But if, barring something like that, I don't see Venom happening. Now, there is a little bit of the Venom symbiote in Marvel 616. But for me, man, I do not see Spider-Man 4 street level the place where you put the Venom symbiote story. I think you save that, but it is possible that Peter will have the symbiote when he's in Secret Wars, which I think would actually be sick, dude, because I even told you guys, like, I had this idea for, like, the perfect scene in Secret Wars, and it would be, like, Peter just doing something, like, out there, doing some task, right? And then he runs in to Peter 1 and 2, the other Peters, and he's like, oh shit, what's up, guys? Like, yo, we've got to do this thing. And then they all like get ready to go, and then Tom like suits up and it's symbiote style, and then Toby's like triggered and he's like, you've got to get that thing off of you, it's dangerous. And Tom Holland's like, no, it's not. But maybe the symbiote freaks out and wants to fight him, and then Tom Hardy comes in and says, I think he'll be fine with it. And then there's two Venoms, and then there's two Venoms versus two regular Spider-Mans, and they swing around, and there's a lot of swinging and fun shit like that. Yeah! Okay. Matthew K says, will they do symbiote suit in the new movie? Also, thoughts on Jenna Ortega as Felicia? I like Jenna Ortega as Felicia, but the other girl across from her in Wednesday would almost be better, to be honest with you. And she's done some really interesting stunt work because she was like a werewolf in that show. So I think she could actually, she's like a little young, but she's like Tom Holland looking young. You know what I mean? So I think that could play. And yeah, I just talked about the symbiote a little bit. So Patrick Wire says Gwen or Felicia for Peter's love interest instead And by Spidey 6, MJ's memories start to crack through. Seeing Peter deal with that would be interesting. Villain, Smythe! Oh, dude, I would love Smythe. The Spider Slayer himself. And if they're going to do Kingpin, why not? Oh, that would be so brilliant, dude. Good call on that, for sure. Good call on that. Jimmy Bones says, most important question, are we done with Zendaya? If I'm being honest, I'm maxed out with her. Well, I'm not personally done with Zendaya, but I don't really like watch Euphoria, so I'm sure she's been in a lot of other stuff, but I'm not getting any fatigue of Zendaya at all. I think she's great. But I just think that for the character of Peter, he can't just like figure that out or like have that back again, you know? Lemon Knight, welcome to the Nerdvengers. You are a Nerdvenger now at the prime level. Holy shit. Brendan DeLumpus says, thoughts on John Jones versus Cyril Gane heavyweight comeback announcement this week? Yeah, it's crazy, right? And of course, there's Ngannou leaving the organization. And like, you know, he might box or try to go box or whatever. As far as that matchup is concerned, I don't know, man. I actually kind of think Cyril is a tough matchup for John. Like, Cyril is really technical and he's really, really good. The only thing, of course, is the wrestling. If John decides to just wrestle him, I mean, for God's sakes, it looked like Cyril got beat by Ngannou wrestling. But I think there's a little bit more to that whole story. But Cyril is like an incredibly technical striker. So it would be kind of cool. It would be kind of cool to see that. Nico James says, I want White Ranger, Spider-Woman, and Howard the Duck in Spider-Man 4. Oh, White Tiger. What did I say? White Ranger? Yeah, White Tiger's cool, man. You know what else I want to see? And this is just kind of totally random. You know what else I want? I want other Spider-Man suits, dude. Like, the big-time suits are cool. The white and black stealth suit is cool. There's that silver suit that he wears when he's like all heavily armored and stuff like that. I would like that, but I do think like maybe we can't jump to that right away, right? Because Peter does have to do the ground level, street level stuff, and he probably just needs to be in his traditional red and white for some time, and then maybe he gets on his own Tony Stark shit, you know, moving forward or whatever. Greek Drama says, Claytonium actually said, snap stream in place of Nerd Theory. Nah, man, I'm just gonna not stream. Maybe Theory will do some kind of stream leading into it or something like that, but I'm just gonna take the night off because I have a bunch of stuff going on this week. So when I found out there was no Nerd Theory, I was actually a little bit like relieved, just because, like I said, I have family coming in today. I have family coming in this weekend, and we're trying to get a lot of stuff done this week as well. Like one of the reasons the pups were outside was because we did find a nanny potentially, and she was here meeting with Elisa and the baby and stuff like that. So there's just a lot going on this week. Mandalorian says Hobgoblin does use magic way later on in his career, though. As I recall, that's how he became the Demo Goblin. Okay, that makes sense. You know what? I like the there's a different version of Hobgoblin that was that reporter dude. Somebody here help me out. Who is the guy, the reporter? Ben, I'm blanking on this dude's name, but it was a different person that became the Hobgoblin, and he had this crazy, like, sword. It was sweet. No, not Ben Spiller. Ulrich! There it is. That would be kind of fun. No, Uric. Sorry, it's Uric. Yeah, Ben Uric. Yeah. No, I didn't skip your chat. I went over it. Look, I'm going over it right now. Bro, have you seen Kaleidoscope? Nerdvengers for Life? I have not seen Kaleidoscope. Is Kaleidoscope pretty sick? And also, Lemon Knight. Holy shit. What a generous super chat. I really appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. Can we acknowledge Kai Patterson's website being deleted by the mouse? His next project is going to be the sequels. Wow, really? Ugh. I mean, go figure. Kind of makes sense. Uric was in Daredevil Netflix. He's dead. Right, but that's in the Netflix canon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Mandalorian says, oh yeah, we just went over that. I did skip your chat, my bad. Mike MC says, would you get completed? Glory to Phyrexia. I mean, that does look kind of cool. becoming a Phyrexian does seem kind of cool, but don't you go crazy too? I'm not trying to go any more crazy than I already am. Matthew K with a $10 hello says, I feel Spider-Man and Batman are diametrically opposed. Batman does not want to be Bruce Wayne, whereas Peter Parker has to be Spider-Man. I feel this stems from where they were in life when they were traumatized. That's really interesting, yeah. Batman does not want to be Bruce Wayne. Peter Parker has to be Spider-Man. You know, it's kind of interesting, man. How about this? I'll add to what you're saying, and I'll kick it up a notch. I'll make it even more spicy. I actually think that Batman has more in common with Darth Vader than he does Peter Parker. Besides the no-killing thing, of course. Jonathan Stanton says, do you think it's possible that Star Wars moves forward in the new beyond, telling new stories that run alongside the sequels in the main galaxy? Sure. It is possible. I think that would actually be a W. Like, that would be a very cool idea. And I'm hopeful that whatever's going on in Ahsoka eventually leads to something that will impact the wider Star Wars universe, right? So, like, this new Lindelof movie, like, is this going to tie into something from the Great Beyond? That would be brilliant, and I think that would be very cool. So, yeah, thanks for the love. Red says, I also recently just found out Jessica Jones was actually Kate's mentor. I really think Kristen Ritter and Haley Steinfeld would be hilarious. Yeah, dude, they could be great together, and she's been teasing a comeback as well. Now, apparently, originally, this is kind of a little bit of a side tangent here, okay? Apparently, there was a time when they wanted Jessica Jones to be a big part of the Daredevil Born Again series. But then, due to some scheduling conflicts, they couldn't do that anymore, and so they replaced her with the Punisher. Do you remember us talking about this? They basically replaced Jessica Jones with the Punisher as a MacGuffin at one point in the production, right? Well, apparently, now, because of some of the schedule changes, they can actually do Jessica Jones. Yeah, so I think the Punisher will still be involved, maybe not as much, but I like the idea of, like, bringing Jessica Jones back. Jessica Jones Season 1 is literally one of the best Marvel things ever made, bro. That season is incredible. If you have never watched Jessica Jones Season 1, I would say it's like must-watch shit. It is brilliant. From there, it kind of falls off, but that first season is incredible, dude. The Purple Man, Kilgrave, played by David Tennant. One of the all-time best villains, man. Like, one of the all-time best villains I've ever seen in anything. It was incredible. He was so like evil, but also in this weird adolescent way. There was a sort of petulant aspect to him that was almost endearing. It's really crazy, dude. It's fucking layered, bro. There's a lot of layers to it. It's really, really fun. Lemon Knight with a $50 donation. Holy shit, man. Thank you so much. Says, if the part of Venom that's in the MCU 616 bonds with Peter, will this Venom have Tom Hardy's Venom memory? Because the Venom is technically a sliver of Tom Hardy's Venom, and because it's from Tom Hardy's Venom, would it cause an... I think you mean an incursion in 616, right? Exertion? I think you mean incursion, brother. Okay. First of all, thank you so much for the support, man. That's crazy. So it is explained in the post-credit scene of the Venom 2 movie that the knowledge that the symbiotes have is from millions of years and different universes. So will it have all of the memories of Tom Hardy's Venom? Yes. But it will also have all the memories of all the symbiotes ever from all time. And they don't share that knowledge with the host because it would drive them insane and then they wouldn't have a host anymore. Like, that's kind of what Venom says. He's like, basically something like it will melt your brain. Right? So, yeah, it'll have those memories. Will it cause an incursion? I don't believe so. That would be kind of interesting, though. David Johnson with a 5 spot says, I would really like them to do more with the Lizard. There's a run with Spider-Man and Black Cat. The Lizard turns his own son. Black Cat and Spider-Man almost die. Interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, Lizard's cool. Like, I would like Lizard. There's another thing, like, it's kind of a bummer about the whole Sony deal is like, yeah, I just don't know. Anything that they really have plans for is kind of probably off the table. Big Goron says, may have just zoned out, but Ben Urich was more than just the whistleblower for the mutant resurrection. Yeah, I think at some point he becomes the Hobgoblin. Yeah. Oh, it was Phil Urich? Oh, shit. It was Phil? Phil Urich was a hero, began a long line of universe against him, psychological break, formerly taken over the mantle of Darkhawk, Green Goblin, and Hobgoblin. Urich is known as the Goblin Knight. Yeah, this dude's awesome. He has like sonic weaponry, a flaming sword. He's really freaking cool. But I guess it was Phil Urich, not Ben Urich. Well, looks like we got that one wrong. But he's related to Ben, I believe. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Mm-hmm. All right, let's chill in the chat for just a little bit, and then I got to get on out of here because, like I said, I got some family. Give us The Last of Us breakdown. Oh, man, I'm not going to watch The Last of Us. I'm sure it's cool, and I bet a lot of people like it, and I hope it's really good. But I never played the games. I have zero connection to the property, and I don't like horror stuff. So, like, I'm not gonna watch it. When do you think Darkhawk could make his way into the MCU? I'm not sure, bro. Spider-Man 4, only $200 million budget? Dude, $200 million is crazy. $200 million is a massive film, dude. Massive film. Josh, you forgot the promise you made. If Gunn does not do a total reboot, I will never cover DC again on this channel. Yeah, I changed my mind. Well, I potentially changed my mind. It just depends. You know? It's going to depend on his fucking attitude. Who, by the way, who was the person that said this? John D. Okay, here it is, John D. It's going to depend on his attitude. Okay? Like, if I get a sense that this dude's, like, just literally taking his shit and he really doesn't care and it's just, like, total ego nepotism bullshit trip, yeah, it's going to be really, really fucking annoying. However, if he actually feels like the best way forward for him as a storyteller is to play around with some stuff that he's already been playing around with, and he thinks he can actually do some compelling shit with that, I'm willing to give it a shot. You know, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to reserve my judgment. Because here's the thing, and this is kind of what I've been thinking about. It kind of doesn't matter. Like, all of that shit doesn't really matter. What really matters is, like, is this next Superman movie going to work? And in some weird way, he's sort of put himself in a position where, like, if this Superman movie doesn't work, it's all over. Just fucking throw in the towel. It's over. So, to me, it's, like, way more important that this Superman movie works. And if this, like, I'm not going to be that guy where if this Superman movie is truly brilliant, it truly feels like an incredible Superman story, and it elevates a character that I really like, I'm not going to be that guy and be like, no, because it's James Gunn and he was mean to me on Twitter, I'm not going to check it out. No, I'm not going to be that guy. But if that shit sucks, bro, or if it's like trash, I'm out. I'm gone. See ya. So we'll see. Chibblewizzy says, could the signal at the end of Shang-Chi be coming from Scott in Quantumania since time works differently in the realm? Absolutely, sure. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Bautista as Luchador Bane in the new universe? That shit would be sick, dude. I don't know if he wants to do any more superhero stuff. I don't know if he does. We'll see. Josh, be proud. I got my Ahsoka Funko in this weekend, and I put it right next to my Luke Funko. Bounce, bow wow. Bounce, bow wow. Bro, any thoughts on the Empire Quantumania article? Like, in what aspect, Kendall? I didn't really, like, look into it. I didn't really dig into it. The one thing that I think I saw out of that, bro, was that it's going to be as impactful as Civil War, I believe. Nate Moore said. Right? I think he was like, yeah, this will be as impactful to the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Civil War was, right? I mean, that's good. I mean, dude, like, look, we all want Quantumania to be that movie, bro. Like, we all want it to, like, blow our hair back and be crazy good. And we're like, dude, fucking Kang is awesome. He's coming. I can't wait. And look, I've got this big video coming out today. Probably today. No, I think, yeah, it should come out today. And I really just, I went deep, bro. I went deep on like 3 main things that the movie needs to do to achieve the almighty dub. I think Kang will be taking the streams of cosmic energy. Yeah, you know what? I've seen a lot of, and I'm curious, Kendall, are you talking about this a little bit because of New Rockstars? Because I've seen this theory. I think MT from New Rockstars has been tweeting about this, like different kinds of energy in the MCU that are attributed to different kind of color and stuff like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, it seems to be like a lot of people seem to be on this train of thought of like the different kinds of energy and stuff like that. So maybe. Oh shit, new look at Adam Warlock. Yo. New look at Adam Warlock. Y'all want to take a look? Y'all want to take a look? Look at him. Look at him. What do you guys think? Trinity's like, he looks all right. Yeah. That's one shiny ginger. Hey, you know, say that. Giga Chad, Kendall says. I mean, he does look pretty Chad there, I think. He's on gear. Yeah, probably, yeah. Bro, he's going to whoop some ass, man. He's going to whoop some ass. I do wonder because apparently he's going to be childish, right? Because he's like a newborn, essentially. And so he's going to kind of be like a fish out of water, kind of like a child. And I hope he, like, matures throughout the movie because I think he'll just join the team. And at the end of the movie, he's going to be on the team Cosmo, and they're still going to be operating out of nowhere and shit like that. And, like, Adam Warlock will be a Guardian. So I hope they kind of, you know, figure that out throughout the movie. But yeah, I think he looks good. I don't hate the look at all. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. And Guardians 3 I think is going to be dope. Of your DCEU predictions, which one do you want to see come true versus not? Oh, it's the okay, so I'll say this. I don't want Gunn to direct the Superman movie. It's going to make me even more skeptical. It still doesn't mean that the movie can't be good, and like it has to be good. Like, so it better be good. But I will not be thrilled if he's the writer and the director. Just straight up, I won't love that. I will love, however, if he says lanterns and he starts talking about lanterns being a big part of his DCU. I mean, that's going to do it for me. You know what I mean? That's going to... Yeah. That's going to be good. That's going to be good. So... Chicken, Rockley, and Bryce. That's it. Old school. Oh, yeah, just like Hugh Jackman in Days of Future Past. Yeah, the old school way. 100%, yeah. 100%. He should bet on himself, and that's a good thing. Is anyone else supposed to believe in if he doesn't believe in himself? Wait, he should bet on himself? That's a good thing? How's anyone else supposed to believe in it if he doesn't believe in it himself? So are you telling me that if he was writing and it got a different director, that would mean he didn't believe in it? Bro, like it's not an ultimatum. It's not like unless he writes and directs, he doesn't believe in the project. A lot of producers believe in projects. A lot of studio heads. You think Kevin Feige doesn't believe in any of the MCU projects because he doesn't direct any of them? No, man. It's just understanding that for Superman in and of itself, you know, I would do somebody like a Christopher McQuarrie. Yeah, there's a couple other directors I would look at rather than James Gunn. And also, too, part of that's just my personal taste. I actually don't like Gunn as a director. Like, I've always said, he's really good and sweaty when he comes to comic books. Guardians 1 is fantastic. Guardians 2, didn't really like. The Suicide Squad, didn't really like. Peacemaker, I absolutely hated. And so I'm just not a Gunn guy. I don't really like his work. So for me, when it comes to Superman, I'm like, dude, okay, yeah, you could definitely write it, but get somebody else to direct it. You know? People believing MCU actors aren't on steroids is the cutest thing since people thought WWE is real. You used to defend his work? I don't think so. Like, Guardians 2 was not good, bro. And Guardians 2 was too James Gunn. Like, they let him go too hard. And I actually think that the first Guardians movie, like, there's a lot of rumors that, like, that's really a spec script from a really smart staff writer that they had. And that really all of the brilliance of that film came from the spec script. I don't necessarily want to go that far because I do think James is a talented guy. I just don't like his direction, man. You know? And I never liked Peacemaker, bro. I've literally been a Peacemaker hater from day one. Like, it's cool. It's cool that people like Peacemaker. But that is just, dude, that is a whack as fuck show. Like, I can't do it. That's not what I like with my superheroes. It's not for me. Like, I remember Stevie would just always try to get me to watch Peacemaker, and I sat down. I gave it a chance, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? I can't do it. I can't do it." Uh-oh, these people are gonna pull the receipts, dude. Go ahead. Go ahead. Pull them, baby. New Mando poster dropped. Is it just Bo-Katan? Is the new Mando poster just Bo-Katan? Where's it at? Somebody tag me in it. I don't see no Mandalorian poster. Y'all high as hell. Oh, wait, this is it? With him grabbing the baby and flying away? All right, last thing I want to talk about here. Claytonium, I'll touch on that in just a second. Bo-Katan will call the manager in season 3. Damn it, Star Wars Meg! Damn it! She's gonna call the manager on Din, huh? All right, I'll show you guys. Jeez. All right, let's do something just because Star Wars Meg's in here. I want to do something kind of nice, okay? So let's stop being so toxic for just a second, Nerd Vengers. And let's do something nice for Star Wars Meg, okay? First up, let's show you guys this poster. Yes, Yes, Here, let me see something here. Okay. Here's the thing. If you out there are over Grogu, like you're over it, you don't even want to see this green fucker anymore, you don't want to hear his stupid little squeaks and hauls and hans, you don't want to see him doing cute stuff. If you're over Grogu, like if you're 100% over Grogu, put a 1 into the chat. If you're over Grogu, put a 1 into the chat. 79? 69? The hell? Yeah, I'm over it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm over Grogu. Maybe it's because everybody buys Liam Grogu stuff. And it's just like, it's just too much. Like, it's like commercialism to the max, dude. Wait, are you doing Marvel stuff too, Meg? You doing Marvel stuff now? Come over to the Marvel side, Meg. It's much nicer over here. Come on over, Meg. If Star Wars was smart, they would give the whole franchise, like, literally we'd be watching Mando, okay? Like, imagine this, guys. I want to paint a picture for you. We're watching Mando, and it's like, oh, shit, Din. Oh, shit, Bo. Who's going to lead Mandalore? Oh, shit, what is... And then fucking Babu Frick comes in there, grabs the Darksaber, and cuts them both into tiny pieces. And it's Babu time now. It's Babu time. It's Babu. That's what we want. That's what we want. Now, hang on. What did the homie just say? Hang on. There's a couple. I missed a couple chats here. Claytonium says, I've never been a big Superman fan, but James Gunn could change my mind. I hope he does, man. I hope he'd make something that's accessible for you. I 100%, I actually feel that way. Dirty says, could we get a diamond stream where you watch some episodes of the Halo show? Take my monthly money. Oh, bro, I'm so glad I dodged a bullet on that shit, man. I never watched a single episode of the Halo show, and I feel so good about it. By the way, the Warhammer show cannot be like that. The Warhammer show cannot be like that. It's got to be grimdark. It's got to be serious. You got to take it seriously. Patrick says, James Gunn Superman is going to have Jimmy Olsen make dick jokes, and Clark is a huge fan of the late 70s soft rock. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, we'll see, won't we? And then Claytonium says, Grogu saved Star Wars. You will put some respect on his name. Did he, though? Did Grogu save Star Wars, or did Grogu perfectly illustrate the problem with Disney Star Wars? Did Grogu illustrate how you can't have something good and popular in Star Wars without them turning it in to a dead horse and beating it in front of us, selling us Grogu this, Grogu that, Grogu everywhere. Like, the over-commercialism of Grogu as a character is disgusting. It makes me sick. Did Grogu save Star Wars? Or did Grogu show us that this is why we can't have nice things? I'm over that little fucker, man. I've officially entered my Grogu hater arc. As long as they advance his story, we will need more of that Order 66 flashback. What if Grogu's just a clone of Yoda? Let me ask you guys a question here. What if Grogu is just a clone of Yoda? Would you hate it? Would you like it? Would you hate it? Would you like it? He said he's not in season 1. He worked in the gene pools. Ah, yes, the guy with the glasses. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right, man. Jeez. Yeah, stop it with the clone shit. I would hate that. Yeah. What the fuck? Some of you guys say the wildest shit sometimes, for sure. Better than a multiversal Yoda? Oh, shit. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, Yoda, just starts... Yoda pulls out the Eye of Agamotto. I hate Grogu. You don't say that, Josh. Yeah, no, I did say it. Josh is a Mando in season 3. He knows all the deets. If I was, this is how that would go. Hypothetically speaking, Meg, this is how that would go. Star Wars would be like, this is what Lucasfilm would do. And by the way, this has no basis in fact. This is completely hypothetical, right? But this is what they would do. They would say, oh, yeah, we love that you're a big fan. It's so cool that you have an online presence. It's awesome that you're a fan. We're really excited. And then they'd have me film all of it. And then they'd pull me aside after filming it and say, so we actually just found out that you talk about leaks and spoilers. And, there were some leaks and spoilers for this show. So you're fired. And you'll also never work in this town again. That's how that would go, hypothetically, not based in any reality whatsoever. So I would hope that they don't. If you work Mando, Star Wars. Anyways. Anyway. Hypothetically speaking, of course. Yeah. Great company. Great company. So many nice people over there, you know? All right. Anyways, guys, I got to get on out of here. Much love to you all. Another brilliant stream. Another fun time had by all. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Look out. Big video coming your way about Kang. Quantumania. Dropping later today. It's going to be a juicy one. Tomorrow, we should be going over the trailer a bit. I think I'll do a breakdown video as well. And then we'll go over it. Also, if there are other cool, nerdy videos out there that you want me to watch tomorrow on stream, just send them to me via Discord or Twitter DMs so I can look at them, see if it's something good that we want to watch. And tomorrow we will certainly react to some shit together. I think it's going to be dope, okay? Hopefully I'm wrong about the Superman movie, and hopefully I'm wrong about this trailer. I want to have my hair blown back. That would be pretty cool. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video. everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Oh, man. It's going to be a good week, man. James Gunn dropping news. Mando trailer dropping, and hopefully the show's dropping Grogu, you know what I mean? Because we're over him. Maybe an official Spider-Man announcement sometime this week. Woo! That's a lot of nerdy shit. As always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. See you guys real soon. Open up that third eye. Wash out your stinky butt. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Getting some exercise. Getting plenty of rest. I'll see you guys later.